Machiavellian is Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot.
Yeah, this the Fugees. Outside. Yeah. This happens on the block. You wanna be a cowboy?
Outlaw, outlaw, outlaw. The game in the city.
Outlaw immortals. Bow down to something greater than yourself, Trick.
Rappers wanna be actors, so they play the Jesse James character and get their bones fractured. Got no guns, you off to the precinct. Inside, tough guys are feminine like Sheena Easton. Caved in the grave cause you didn't know how to behave. Playing cowboy, now you sleep with the slave.
Only Gab can do it like this. Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. Yo, it's funny to hear Wyclef talk about how much love he had for Tupac and how him and Tupac had so much fun in Europe when they dissed Tupac so hard.
Once again, it was nothing but love for Pac.
You know what I mean? So blatantly. Always remember this. History is always told by the survivors. The people that live to tell always tell you their history, and somehow it winds up being the history. You know, it's amazing that so many people that Tupac had beef with while he was amongst the living is all talking about how much love and respect they had for Tupac. I even heard Wyclef come at Young Thug one time for saying something negative about Tupac. I heard a brat coming at rappers for saying something negative about Tupac. But these were people that Tupac once upon a time had an issue with for one reason or another. I know for a fact at one time that Lauryn Hill said during an MTV interview, the East Side is the best side. And Tupac took that as a direct diss from him saying the West Side is the best side. He said it in the interview. But the biggest reason that I was trying to get to after I dropped my video yesterday was Tupac in the Fugees video, The Sweetest Things, or was he not? Now, if Tupac was in the video and they filmed it earlier, they could have said, yo, we had Pac in the video, we filmed it, blah, blah, blah. We put it out this many months later, it is what it is. But to say nothing and, you know, and to try to shade the character out in the video was wild to me. Either they want the controversy or they shot the video and then decided, maybe we should take Pac out of it. Or maybe it's not Tupac at all. But anyway, what I'm trying to get to is, in 1996, the Fugees had an album called The Score. Now, it was their sophomore album. The first album did all right. I think it went gold. But The Score wound up going like 3 times diamond. Like 30 million copies straight up. It was like a big crossover album, but it was hip-hop. It was a dope album. You know, it's their best work, if you ask me, because I wasn't a big Fugees fan, but, you know, you had to respect Lauryn. Lauryn was an incredible talent, and Wyclef was the mastermind behind everything. But on this album, they had a song called Cowboys, and it came out in 1996, and it was just a brutal disrespect to Tupac, nowhere around it. I mean, they got on the fact that, you know, maybe Tupac shot himself in the nuts. They said something in the verse about that.
You shot your bullet, but the bullet went desperado.
They talked about rappers that want to be actors. I mean, it was just so blatant, you know, and they was even playing off the fact Tupac, you know, was forming the Outlaws. Pac was running around like a wild cowboy. And, you know, Jesse James was the biggest known American outlaw.
Play games and outlaw like Jesse James.
Rappers wanna be actors, so they play the Jesse James character and get their bones fractured.
So they even made some references to things like that. Once again, You and me both know Tupac ain't take stuff like that lightly. You know, you heard his song When We Ride on Our Enemies. And he said some very harsh things to Lauren. And, you know, he definitely made reference to Wyclef and Pra as well. But I think that, you know, the biggest thing you can remember from that song is what he told Lauryn Hill. I'm just trying to think, how did they go from that to that? Why was the Fugees coming at Tupac so hard in the first place? Let's rewind. I put out a video like 2 years ago on Gab and Sam where I was letting y'all know the Wyclef was managed, drum roll please, by Haitian Jack. Now Wyclef family is from Haiti. You know, you got a lot of West Indians in the hip hop scene in New York. You know, they stick together, and why not? You know, they get money together. They brethren, you know what I mean? So Wyclef is running with Haitian Jack. I don't know for how long, but the Fugees came out, I believe, in like 92, 93. So he was in New York for a minute, running around with Haitian Jack and them. I don't know if it was around the same time that the Quad studio shooting happened or what have you, but his alliance definitely was with Haitian Jack. I'm not sure if it was the Jimmy Henchman also, but that's a whole nother story. Y'all know about that. Y'all heard that 1,000 times. But I'm trying to think, who could have put Wyclef and the Fugees up to coming up against Pac like that? Or to coming after Pac like that? And you know, that's I always say this is one of my favorite things about Tupac. That it was, at the end of Tupac's life, they could say what they want, but it was Pac and the Outlaws against everybody. Me against the world, for real. Tupac was like the motherfucking Jesse James of hip-hop. When Jesse James came in town, the whole town, you know what I mean, was on alert. Got the damn James gang is in town. That's what they say. Motherfuckers was after him. But he was a tyrant, robbing banks and robbing trains and all types of shit. That's Pac all day, man. Pac and the Outlaws, me against the world for real. One dude had all these people upset coming at him, yo. You know, and the Fugees, you know, it was so blatant. They said everything but his name. You know, Lauryn Hill had Rod Digger in there. Wyclef had some of the refugee all-stars with him. And they was just going in on Pac. And it was blatant. You know, like I said, the Cowboy song was blatant. No other way around it. Tupac and the Outlaws. I mean, God damn, I lost my train of thought for a second. I'm just trying to figure out how they go from that to they was together in England and squashed everything and everything was cool. And you know, it definitely was from the Tupac Death Row days because he got the Death Row chain around his neck while he chilling with Wyclef. You know, they made fun of Pac being in jail, saying he was feminine like Sheena Easton and all that. Come on.
No guns, you off to the precinct. Inside, tough guys are feminine like Sheena Easton.
Pac wouldn't have let nothing like that ride. You know that. You know he wouldn't. You know, I don't know what that conversation was like. But Wyclef said it was cool. I mean, it was cool. They had the best of times. I can't dispute it. Neither can you because you wasn't there. But is what Wyclef saying true? I don't know. Who knows? I just thought it was interesting, man. I think that song and that disc might have went over a lot of y'all heads at the time. Or even you wasn't around back then. When you get a chance, check out the Fugees, Cowboys. And you tell me who they talking about. You tell me. Because without a shadow of a doubt, it's talking about Tupac. You know, it's funny. Tupac had beef with De La Soul, and De La Soul even had a cameo in this video. It was like the coalition. Everybody that don't like Pac, come on, let's all be cool. You know what I mean? Fuck that nigga. Let's all get together. We already talked, you know, on the old channel about that meeting at the round table East Coast rappers had. They all sat down, man, and trying to figure out what they was gonna do with Tupac. Pac was a problem, major problem, yo, for a lot of people in the industry. And, you know, a lot of people was glad to see him go one way or the other. Anyway, I need you guys to share and like this video. It's been a pleasure as always. This your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.
Machiavellianist, Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot.